The champions! Dun, 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 dun. Get used to it, Celtic, because you're only going to hear that theme song 6 times this season.
Yes, that is it, guys. Because they've been dealt. I think they've been actually dealt an alright group in terms of progressing, but still some tough teams. Obviously, Champions League
And that is 6 more times than Leila Bada will hear it, to be fair.
and Rangers.
And Rangers.
Rangers.
They get the Europa League. What's the Europa Conference League theme, by the way?
I think it's just the Europa League thing.
How pish is that?
But with a bit of green in there, so even pisher.
Fuck
Right,
me.
so the gimmick is here, we'll do 2 match days at a time, then calculate. That's what I do.
How will Lazio fans feel about being labelled as Lazio Roma?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a fierce rivalry, and I don't think they like it.
They're in Rome, man. Alright?
Nah, I know, but Lazio Roma? I've never heard Lazio be referred to as Lazio Roma before. I know they're in Rome, I know it's a big derby, I know they share the stadium, but I've never heard.
Fuck, they share the stadium?
Uh,
Where's the Italian team sharing stadiums? They're tight bastards.
I think if Celtic Rangers could build a big.
No.
What if they did, though?
I don't know how it would work.
A big 100,000.
Yeah, but how about 100,000?
You tell me they couldn't sell it? Old Firm games.
No.
Just do 50-50, no home and away. It's just fucking packed out, massive 100k stadium.
Now, as great as that would be, where do you build it?
Glasgow?
Yeah, but where?
Fucking just
It'd have to be in the middle or
not
something.
doing Hampden, it's a shite hole.
Hampden is, well, it's not really in the middle, but it's almost in the middle. But anyway, fuck the middle. We're talking about these 4 teams, and we've got to kick off on Tuesday.
Yeah, I tell you what, alphabetical order, Celtic would go through.
No, but it doesn't go in alphabetical order.
No.
It goes on how good you
Well,
are.
it does until the first game kicks off.
But up first, right, we've got the fascists. As Ryan 118 labelled
Is that
them.
Lazio or Atletico?
It could be both of them, but apparently Celtic have got a mini feud with Atletico, and the last time the Lazio Ultras battered the fuck out the Green Brigade, so who are you going for and why? Lazio have had a decent start to Serie A, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with, I'll go with a 1-1 draw, Lazio.
I was going to say 2 each, so we'll just go 1-1 then.
I will go 1-1 because Atletico Madrid don't tend to concede that much. Although if I had to pick a team to win, I would go Lazio.
Fair enough. Right, final. I think Celtic are to qualify. They need to take something from this. I know it's
I qualify, do you mean third or do you mean top 2?
top 2, or even maybe third.
Feyenoord, Celtic. I haven't seen Feyenoord in action.
The one they are defensive.
They must be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Because PSV look pretty good and we know Ajax are good, so for a Feyenoord to win that.
I'm gonna go 4-1 Feyenoord.
4-1?
No.
I'll go 3-0.
So where do you want to go? Will we give them Celtic the goal, or because of like toothless, we're not giving them it?
They don't. I'm not giving them any goals. Don't look
3-0. Oh, they're grating. I can hear Matthew Miles getting his fucking keyboard.
Let's calculate this league table. See what's it looking like after match day 1. Feyenoord through.
That's pretty much what it's going to be, isn't it? Something like that.
Moving on to match day 2, Atletico Madrid versus Feyenoord and Celtic versus Lazio.
I think this has got like a 1-0 Atletico written all over it.
I'm happy enough to go with 1-0.
1-0 Atletico. Right, up next with Celtic in their first home game of the Champions League.
You can't have no points after 2 games.
Yeah, or else
if you want to go through. But I think Celtic will have no points after 2 games because I just think Lazio are way too strong for Celtic.
Yeah,
I know they beat. I know Ryan 118 says they played them twice, beat them twice, but this is a different Lazio side.
Are they better or worse?
Who, Lazio?
Aye.
Or better?
Who have they got? How many Lazio players?
Oh, they were better players than Celtic.
That's fair enough, mate. That's Immobile's still fucking firing goals. Immobile's underrated, isn't he, man? The guy gets like 30 goals a season. No one fucking bats an eyelid.
No, but for some reason, Immobile's never really been considered one of the top strikers.
Yeah, they've got Milinkovic Savic as well. Who's the, I can't even remember who the goalie's called, but they've got a good team, Lazio, right? You know, I when I get into FIFA more this year, we'll be able to tell you who's fucking good. But see, if you not noticed that, see the least times we play FIFA, your knowledge goes down the fucking shitter.
No, that does, aye.
It does, absolutely. But
then again, you can't just judge players on shitey EA ratings.
No, you can't, but it helps.
That's like you thinking that fucking that woman's better than Messi.
True.
Because he is rated or higher.
Yeah, I know, but there'll be a lot of people on here that pretend, I watched that Lazio game.
Whereas,
fucking 99% of Celtic fans have not watched the Lazio game since the last one they played against them. That's just the facts.
Well, I used to watch a lot of Italian football back in the day on Channel 4.
Yeah, but that's like 20 years out of date.
And my team's Roma, by the way, not Lazio, so. Big up, Jose.
So you've got a problem here. Who are you picking then? You're going.
I'm going with Lazio. I'm going to go.
2-1.
I was going to say 3-1.
Alright, we'll go 3-1. So we're not really backing Celtic here, are we?
I think Celtic will be genuinely lucky if they get a win.
A win, fair enough.
Maybe a point.
Right, so we'll calculate that. Celtic look like they're out the running.
I mean, it's pretty close for the top three, but yeah, Celtic aren't been
No,
too
it
good.
doesn't help Celtic for me. I know, is it cheap to label Feyenoord as the third best? But I think the fact that they're playing Feyenoord at home last ain't particular. Yeah, I think they'd rather points on the board.
Try and get those points on the board early.
Yeah.
Because there's a very good case by the time they get to Feyenoord last, they'll be down and out.
I think actually playing Feyenoord in a sandwich with the other two in the middle is probably worst case scenario. I think so.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they've got. Right, so up next we've got Feyenoord against Lazio. Feyenoord at home, I think.
See, because at least you can argue if your hardest game's the final game, at least if you can make it to that game with a chance, mathematical chance, it gives you something to play for. But I mean, it doesn't matter if you've got a favourable game last, you need to get to that favourable game.
Yeah.
Without an opportunity of getting through. So, and I think we can agree that Celtic's easiest game in this group stage is going to be at home against Feyenoord.
Yes.
There's no disrespect to Feyenoord, but we think we all just accept and acknowledge that Lazio and Atletico are better.
Yeah.
I mean, statistics and rankings would suggest this. Them playing in a better league would suggest this. UEFA coefficients would suggest this. All the stats are there to suggest that Lazio and Atletico are better than Feyenoord, and Celtic's best chance against Feyenoord is at home.
I just think with Rodgers and that team that they've got, they've no chance. If this was Ange in last season's team, I'd be like, they might do something.
I would have been excited for Celtic going into this with Ange Postecoglou there.
I wouldn't have been buzzing but yeah, I understand your point, Eric.
No, but we've seen how Celtic played at times last year, especially that first half against Real Madrid.
That's getting talked up though. It's like they get beat 3-0 and they're all like, oh, what if that McGregor shot went in? I get it, right? But if that McGregor shot goes in, maybe Real Madrid just win 3-1. Like, let's be real.
No, true, but I mean, I think we should give them a bit of credit here.
No, I've given them credit at the time, but their biggest highlight in European football in like the past fucking...
Yeah, let's get beat 3-0.
Yeah. Since the Barcelona game, that's like their biggest highlight.
Well, whereas Rangers made it to a final. So.
Yeah. But anyway, Rangers are shite. I'm not here to debate that. Anyway, right, I'm going to go for a 2 each draw in this game. What are you going for?
We'll go 2-2.
We'll go 2-2. Right, up next, Celtic at home. So they've got 2 home games in a row. They're against the hardest team for me. But what I would, Atletico aren't the greatest going forward. Could a defensive-minded team playing Celtic away do any favours for Celtic? Do you see a 0-0 here?
Give him a point.
You giving them a point? Fair enough, we're giving them a point. Celtic are on the board. But the away one, they're
I'll go 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Very hard to beat at the back. And I mean, yeah, 3-0. Right, Lazio against Feyenoord, I think 3-1 Lazio.
We'll go 3-1 Lazio.
Right, so we're going to calculate this league table and let's see if it's possible for the mighty Celtic to still do something. It is.
Barely.
And I think the way we've done it, I think it's quite realistic. I think if Celtic can get within 3 points going into that last game of Feyenoord...
You'd take that, I think, as a Celtic fan.
Yeah.
I think, right now, looking at this group, if you're being realistic, if you said you're going to the final game and if you can beat Feyenoord at home, you'll get the third spot and drop into... I think you would take that.
Yeah. I think you would as well, but we've got Lazio home.
I mean, it'd be different if Celtic were playing good and Brendan Rodgers came in and he was on fire. Then there'd be more optimism. But I don't know, just the way Celtic are playing at the moment, I don't fucking see it happening.
No, it's mad because if Celtic get beat by Rangers in that Old Firm, we'd probably give them no points here. It's as simple as that.
Say Rangers sneaked through against PSV and they were in this group, would you not take the same?
Yeah, of course I would. Because I fear the worst. But I think Lazio 4-1.
I was going to say 3-1, but we'll go 4-1. Sure, why not?
I just pumped the misery past Celtic a wee bit more.
I had a couple more goals, right?
Alright, Feyenoord against Atletico Madrid. I'm going to go for 2-1, Atletico Madrid win.
I was going to say 1-1.
Right, we'll go 1-1 then. Fuck Celtic's last chance to win at the end. Fuck them, man. Because look, it's all over with a -11 goal difference. Atletico Madrid against...
Not quite as bad as Rangers, though, is it? I mean,
It's not. Atletico Madrid against Lazio, I'm going to go for 1-1.
I'll go 1-1. Why not?
Go 1-1. And then the last match, can Celtic win it? Can they get a draw?
I'll go 2-2.
You're going to go 2-2. I just think the many injuries. Like, Kyogo's... See, as great as Kyogo is, I can't see these teams just gifting him opportunities like Rangers do every fucking game in the Old Firm.
Yeah, put him on side by a million miles.
And just passing it. Yeah, so I'll go with 2 each. And also, I think their defence is just going to get found out. So if we calculate the league table, that is the way it's going to finish. And I think that's quite realistic.
I would say on current form that I think that is my order.
And people can say here we're being biased. This is the exact same points they got last year.
Yeah.
And in a more favourable group last year.
Yeah, because they were taking on.
I know there's Madrid, Real Madrid. I get that, right? But Shakhtar Donetsk are not that good. I'm sorry, they're not. I mean, they're a war-torn team. Literally.
I do think they underperformed last year. We can talk about how good they were in that 45 against
And if
Real
Rangers
Madrid.
beat Leipzig, I don't see why Celtic under Ange can't beat Leipzig. But they didn't.
I think last year there was a great chance for Celtic to at least get third.
Yep.
And they didn't do it, so.
And they didn't. And I actually think if they got 2 points out of this group, they'd be doing quite well, considering how bad they're playing.
No, I agree.
He agrees, wait, and we'll be back very soon. We're going to dive into the Europa League with Rangers, but obviously I've seen Celtic fans say they're going to get through the last 16 and then lose like 5-4 on aggregate to PSG in the last 16. I've seen those crazy predictions.
Who Celtic think they're going to get through and lose 5-4 in PS? Or Rangers are going to?
No, Celtic fans think that. Well, Rangers can't. How can Rangers play PSG?
PSG finished third.
Well, true, but not the Celtic fans that said it.
Alright, fair enough.
Fair enough, guys. That is us signing out. Celtic will crash out of Europe before Christmas. Do you give them any chance of third? Or is it simply no?
Yeah, but for me, for them to get third, they're going to have to get a big upset before the final game. I can see them beating, obviously at home. Yeah, I'm not saying they can't beat Feyenoord, but they're going to have to get a big win, I think, in order to be within touching distance of Feyenoord. So therefore, we've given them a 3-1 defeat against Lazio and a 0-0 draw against Atletico. They're probably going to have to beat one of them at Celtic Park.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
And then maybe pick up another draw somewhere. Then maybe if they got 4 points going to the final game, well, by our calculations, a win then would take them on to 7. That would put them above Feyenoord. So yeah, for me, if they are going to get third place in this group, they're going to need to get a big result before the final game.
And that's what we'll have to wait and see, guys. It all kicks off on Tuesday. Really looking forward to it. I mean, they should beat Dundee. Shouldn't they?
Dundee's looking no bad.
Dundee are looking no bad. The wee Mexican connection. But we'll be back very soon. And also, I've noticed there's a big gap between the match days, isn't there? I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, not many back-to-back.
No, there's not. Some are like 3 weeks.
Has that always been the case?
Sometimes it's very congested. Like last year, I think was more congested because of the World Cup. But Rangers' first game is the 21st, right? And then they're not back at Ibrox until like the mid of November. Like 2 months between the third and fourth game.
Damn.
That's crazy. But anyway, guys, we'll be back with the Rangers ones. I think Rangers will be doing a bit better than this. But until then, peace.